Starting off today, I opened up the first gate for the sheep to come out. I'm getting ready to open up the next gate. Hey, you guys, let's get these guys out of here, then we'll get the dogs out. They'll find their way back in by tonight. Come on, Sick, get out their way. Leave my stuff alone. First job I want to try to tackle today is this little issue we're having here by the creek where it flows in from the sheep's pasture. It tries to go underneath this fence. We fixed it a couple times, but every time it rains real bad, as you can see, a bunch of these sticks get pulled up, and as the water's pushing, it kind of just tears the fence apart. All right, so really only one way to start a job like this. Let's start moving some of this shit out of here. Handy knife with me. Got a piece of metal. Somehow this shit's connected down here. I've been shoveling all this sticks and dirt that's piled up. You can see there's a slight hole that the water was getting through, but we got to clear up all these sticks. I got to be careful. There is a water line that runs from here alongside the creek. So other than that, don't damage it. We should be good to go. Then we can figure out something with the fence once we clear out a good spot. I'm really not sure where the water line is. I'm kind of just throwing these sticks and all this dirt. Whew. It's starting to sprinkle out here a bit, so we should be able to put this to good use once we get it done. Freed up this metal grate, so now it can move. Good passage for the water, just sticks building up over time. Really dragged the fence down. I released the metal wire that was holding this post. I tried to get it out and it just does not want to come. It's wet mud. This post is actually so loose I can pull it right out the ground. Got all the big stuff out of there. I don't want to dig too deep or expose just dirt. So let's go grab some tools from up at the shop. We'll come back, see what we can do to anchor this fence down. Looks like this guy found some kind of bone. We're just gonna peek over the fence, make sure none of the sheep are out here. We're good to go. Grabbed a couple tools, got the winch, some wire cutter, the hammer, and I don't know if you can tell, I got some chain as well. Let's see what I can do with this. I'm trying to tighten up this fence. The best way to do it is tighten it up and then see where the posts need to go. And I'll use the wire to tighten everything up, but that's gonna be our best option here. So somehow, some way, we're gonna have to hook up this come along. So I brought the chain in hopes that I can get it to reach the wooden main post all the way over here. And I don't think I will have enough chain here. Spent the past 30 minutes, walked up to the shop, grabbed another chain. Looks like they're over here in the cow pasture. Most obedient dog in the world. Award goes to Sick. Gosh, she doesn't cause any trouble. Actually by my side looking for him the whole time. So I got the winch hooked up. Went from that first wooden post, the strongest post that I had with the length of chain that I had. Try to get this post out of there. If I can, that thing stuck pretty good. We got this post out of here. Let's see what we can do to pull this fence back before we let the winch go. See, this wire is pretty tight. I got the winch released from this one. After releasing it, this post was just really loose, so I went ahead and took it out the ground. And now that I took that one out, I got an extra stake to use as well. My new game plan is I shortened down the chain. I'm gonna hook the winch up to this last post here, see if we can pull on it a little bit, and then get these in the ground. I'll put this stake wherever the weakest point is. We'll get this post beat in the ground. We got a bit of a hole here, but hopefully once we beat this down, it'll be good. So far, so good. I got this post damn near tilted to the left now, but we want it nice and tight because by the time we beat all this in place, it'll probably loosen up a little bit. This wire is pretty tight as well, so we should be good to go. It's gonna be a bit of beating. I'm gonna need a bigger hammer, but I went ahead and cut this other post loose. The fence is just all jangled up, and in the spot it was down there, I just couldn't get it to hold. The ground's too soft. So we're gonna try to move both of these somewhere a little bit better. And if we have to, we'll go grab the sledgehammer and get them all the way beat in. I decided to go ahead and beat that post back in over here. There's a lot of wires and tubes that I can't see, but I know are here. So the safest route was for me to put it here. I set it back a little bit because the fence was so loose. So me setting it back will tighten it up a bit. I'm going through with the wire I brought, wiring everything together. I'm gonna beat the post in a little bit more if they can go, and then I'll release the winch, and hopefully that'll be another job complete here. Straightened out the fence about as straight as it's gonna get. And that's a tedious little problem to resolve, but it's well worth it. If the water doesn't have anywhere to drain, it'll just back up and it'll just keep destroying the fence even more. So that's one thing off the bucket list. Let's get all these tools put up and move on to something else. Put up the tools we were using, put these chains up, put that winch up Irvin's got. This right here is where we kind of hook all of our chains, keep them out the weather. And anytime you need them, this is where I come and get them. Let me see that. Dang, pinched my finger just a bit right here. Boy, that sucked. That hurt.
Used to be a catering van.
I got all the fluids topped off. Transmission fluid's good. Oil's good. Always just check it. PSI and all the tires is good. I know this thing might be an old van, but it's just like my car. My car's a 2000. You take care of it. You maintain it, you change the oil, and you don't drive it like crazy. I really baby this thing a lot since I've got it. I don't know how they used it before, but it's in kind of cosmetically rough shape. But other than that, van is good to go for this weekend. Me and Irvin are going to get our cardio in, start throwing the frisbee a little bit. Let's get to it.